Okay, so now we're gonna do first coat on an inside corner with flat taping knives. I'm just gonna coat one side of the corner, let it dry and harden, and then we can coat the other side of the corner without gouging it with the trowel. So the idea is that we want to have the biggest buildup of mud right in the corner, tapering out to nothing and smooth at the outer edge, so that it's just a slight taper and it covers the tape and is nice and smooth so we can sand it. If it's too thin on the tape, when you're sanding, you will sand through to the tape and it becomes a different texture and it needs to be coated with mud again, otherwise it'll show through all the coats of paint. So I generally tend to apply a heavier amount of mud to the edge of the trowel that's going to be in the corner, so that I end up with a thicker layer in the corner and it will be virtually nothing at the outer edge. So I generally apply a sufficient amount so that it's kind of squirting out on all sides, which might look a little messy, but it gets the right amount of mud where you need it. Thicker in the corner, thinner at the outer edge. Thicker amount in the corner. It tapers to almost nothing at the outer edge here. And I'm going to now clean up all the excess mud and then trowel it off smooth. So by applying more pressure to the outer edge of the blade and keeping the inner edge lifted a little bit, I can scrape this edge away and just clean it up nicely. And then in the corner, there's a little excess on that side. I usually put the trowel right in there. It can be buried in the mud there because when you trowel it off, it'll clean that up. But this way, if I put a lot of pressure on that inner edge, I can clean up this stuff on the inside. So the other side is smooth and ready for the top coat on the other corner. And then now it is ready to be just troweled off and cleaned up. Small trowel marks is not a big deal, that can be sanded out, but overall the whole thing is, the mud is evenly applied where it needs to be and pretty smooth. The smoother it is, the easier sanding is, obviously.